My beloved child, listen carefully because this message did not reach you by accident, it did not appear before your eyes randomly, and it is not something you can simply scroll past without consequence. There is a reason your soul felt a sudden pull, a strange curiosity, an unexplainable urge to stop and read this very moment, because someone close to you, someone whose presence you have always felt but never fully understood, has already sensed the shift that is about to happen in your life. They have seen signs you ignored, they have felt energies you brushed aside, and deep within their spirit they know something powerful is approaching you, something that will not only change your path but will shake your entire reality in ways you are not yet prepared to face. And you might be wondering who this person is, how they know, and why you are only hearing about this now. But the truth is, this person has been watching silently, not in a negative way, but in a deeply connected, almost spiritual way, because your life and their life are tied together in ways that go beyond logic, beyond explanation, beyond what your human mind can easily accept, and right now, they feel a growing urgency, a pressure inside their chest, a voice in their mind telling them that the time has come for you to awaken, for you to stop ignoring the signs, for you to finally understand what has been unfolding behind the scenes of your life all along, because what is coming is not small, it is not ordinary. It is something that has been building slowly, piece by piece, moment by moment. Every decision you made, every path you took, every connection you formed has led you to this exact point in time, and the person close to you knows it. They feel it. They cannot escape the knowing, even if they try to ignore it, even if they try to convince themselves it is nothing. The feeling keeps returning stronger and stronger. And now it has reached a point where silence is no longer an option. Because if you are not prepared, if you continue to walk blindly, you may miss something that was meant to elevate you, something that was meant to transform your life completely, something that could open doors you never even knew existed, and that is why this message is reaching you now, because your soul is being called to pay attention, to listen beyond the noise, to feel beyond the surface, to recognize that there are forces at work that you cannot see but are very real, very active, and very focused on your journey, and the person close to you has become a vessel for that awareness, whether they realize it fully or not. They carry a sense of knowing about your future that even surprises them, moments where they think about you suddenly, moments where your name appears in their mind without reason, moments where they feel concerned for you without any clear cause. And these are not coincidences. These are signals. These are fragments of a bigger picture trying to come together, trying to reveal itself, but only if you are willing to see it, only if you are willing to step out of your comfort zone and face the truth that something is shifting. Something is changing, something is coming closer with every passing second, and you can feel it too if you are honest with yourself. Those restless nights, those sudden thoughts, those feelings that something is not the same anymore, that something is about to break through into your life. That is not your imagination, that is your intuition, trying to speak to you, trying to guide you, trying to prepare you before it is too late, and the person near you is simply reflecting that same truth from a different angle, like a mirror placed in your path, showing you what you have been avoiding, showing you what you have been too distracted to notice. And now the question is not whether something is coming, because it is already on its way. The question is whether you will be ready to receive it, whether you will have the courage to face it, whether you will trust the process even when it feels uncomfortable, even when it feels uncertain, even when it feels like everything around you is shifting in ways you cannot control, because growth does not come from comfort, transformation does not come from staying the same, and the life you are meant to live cannot unfold if you continue to hold on to what you have already outgrown. And deep down, you know there are things in your life that no longer align with who you are becoming. People, habits, thoughts, patterns that are slowly fading, slowly losing their grip on you, and that is not a loss, that is preparation, that is clearing space for what is meant to enter, for what is meant to rise within you, and the person close to you senses this transition. They feel the distance growing, not necessarily physical distance, but energetic distance, as you begin to step into a different version of yourself. A version that may not match the old dynamics, the old expectations, the old limitations, and this can create tension, confusion, even fear, but it is all part of the process. It is all part of the unfolding. It is all part of the journey you were always meant to take, and you must not run from it. You must not deny it. You must not silence the voice within you that keeps saying something bigger is ahead, something greater is waiting, something that will require you to let go of who you were in order to become who you are meant to be. And yes, it will not be easy. It will challenge you. It will test your faith. It will push you beyond your limits, but it will also reveal your strength, your purpose, your true potential in ways you never imagined, and that is why this moment matters. That is why this message matters. That is why you are here reading this right now, because the time for ignoring is over. The time for delaying is over. The time for pretending everything is the same is over. Something is changing. Something is awakening, something is calling you forward, and the person close to you already knows it. They feel it deeply, and whether they speak it out loud or not, their soul is already preparing for the impact it will have on both of your lives, because your journey does not only affect you, it affects everyone connected to you, everyone who crosses your path, everyone who plays a role in your story. And now your story is entering a new chapter, one that will require awareness, courage, and trust, and you must decide, in this very moment, whether you will rise to meet it or shrink away from it, whether you will listen or ignore, whether you will step forward or remain where you are, because what is coming will not wait forever. It will arrive. It will unfold. It will reveal itself. And when it does, you will remember this message. You will remember this feeling. You will remember that deep inside, you were warned, you were guided, you were called to be ready, and the only thing left will be your choice, your action, waiting for you to become the person you were always meant to be. My beloved child, as you step deeper into this unfolding truth, you must prepare yourself for what comes next, because this is the part where everything begins to reveal itself, not all at once but in waves that will test your awareness, your patience, and your strength in ways you have never experienced before. And the reason it feels so intense is because you are no longer standing at the edge of change, you are now entering it, and that close soul near you who has been sensing everything from a distance is now feeling the shift even more strongly, as if something invisible has crossed a line and there is no turning back from this point forward. And you may begin to notice that your connection with this person becomes more unpredictable, more emotionally charged, more meaningful in ways that are difficult to explain. Because both of you are being pulled into a deeper level of understanding, whether you are ready for it or not. And there will be moments when their words seem to carry hidden meanings, moments when their silence feels louder than any conversation, moments when their presence alone triggers thoughts and realizations inside you that you cannot ignore. And this is not accidental, this is not random, this is part of the alignment that is taking place around you. Because when something significant is about to enter your life, the universe begins to rearrange everything in subtle but powerful ways, bringing certain people closer, pushing others away, creating situations that force you to see what you have been avoiding and to face what you have been running from, and the person close to you becomes a key part of this process, almost like a mirror reflecting back to you the truth you need to confront. And this reflection may not always be comfortable. It may challenge your beliefs, it may expose your fears, it may bring up emotions you thought you had buried long ago. But understand that this discomfort is not here to break you, it is here to shape you, it is here to prepare you for what is coming next. And as this continues, you will start to feel a growing sense of urgency inside you, a feeling that time is moving differently, that moments are becoming more significant, that decisions carry more weight than before. And this is because you are approaching a turning point, a moment where everything you have been sensing, thinking, and feeling will begin to take form in reality. And when that moment arrives, it will not ask for your permission, it will not wait for you to feel ready, it will simply present itself and require you to respond. And this is where your true self will be revealed, not in what you say but in what you choose, not in what you think but in what you do. And the close soul near you already understands this on a deep level, which is why their energy around you may feel more intense, more focused, more serious than before, because they know that what is coming will define a new chapter in your life and possibly in theirs as well. And there is something you must not ignore at this stage, something that many people overlook until it is too late, and that is the subtle warnings that appear just before transformation fully takes place. These warnings do not always come as loud dramatic events, sometimes they come as quiet realizations, sudden clarity, unexpected truths that surface at the exact moment you need to see them. And if you are not paying attention, you may miss them, you may dismiss them as coincidence, you may brush them aside as imagination. But they are not random, they are precise, they are intentional, they are guiding you toward the choices you need to make. And the person close to you has likely already picked up on some of these signals, even if they cannot explain them clearly, even if they have not spoken them out loud. They feel the shift, they sense the urgency, they know that something is about to change in a way that cannot be undone, and this awareness may create a silent tension between you, a feeling that something unspoken is hanging in the air waiting to be acknowledged. And this tension is not something to fear, it is something to understand, because it is pointing you toward the truth that you are both being affected by the same unfolding reality. And now you must ask yourself a question that will determine everything that follows. Are you willing to trust what you feel even when it does not make sense? Are you willing to act on what you know deep inside, even when it challenges everything you thought was certain? Because the path ahead will not be clear, it will not be simple, it will require you to move forward without having all the answers, without knowing exactly how everything will unfold. And this is where your faith in yourself becomes your greatest strength. And understand this clearly: the transformation that is coming is not here to take something from you, it is here to reveal something within you, something that has been waiting for the right moment to emerge, something that has been growing quietly beneath the surface of your everyday life. And when it finally rises, it will change the way you see yourself, the way you see others, the way you see the world around you. And this is why the person close to you feels such a deep connection to what is happening, because on some level they know that your transformation will also impact them, that your growth will create a ripple effect that extends beyond your own life. And this realization can be both powerful and overwhelming, because it means that nothing will remain exactly the same after this point, not your relationships, not your priorities, not your sense of identity. And while this may feel uncertain, it is also an opportunity to step into a version of yourself that is more aligned, more aware, more powerful than ever before. And as you move closer to this moment, you will feel it building like a quiet storm inside you, a pressure that cannot be ignored, a knowing that cannot be silenced, a call that cannot be denied. and when it reaches its peak you will be faced with a choice that will define the direction of your life moving forward, a choice between staying where you are or stepping into the unknown, between holding on to the past or embracing the future, between fear and growth. And the person close to you will be watching, not to judge, not to control, but to witness the moment you become who you were always meant to be. And when that moment finally arrives, you will understand why everything happened the way it did, why the signs appeared when they did, why the connection you share with this person feels so significant, because it was all leading you here to this exact point where your old self ends and your true self begins. And in that moment there will be no more confusion, no more hesitation, no more doubt, only clarity, only purpose, only the undeniable realization that what was coming has finally arrived, and now it is up to you to rise and meet it. Your response to the destiny that has already begun moving toward you. My beloved child, now that you have come this far, you must understand that what you are about to hear is even deeper than before. Because the presence of that close soul in your life is not just a coincidence or a simple emotional bond. It is something far more intricate, far more intentional, as if your lives were woven together long before you even met. And the reason they can sense what is coming for you is because their spirit is tuned to the same frequency as yours, a frequency that has recently begun to shift in a powerful and undeniable way. And this shift is not quiet, it is not subtle, it is something that is sending ripples through your reality, affecting your thoughts, your emotions, your decisions, even the way you see the world around you. And while you may still be trying to understand it logically, that person near you has already felt it on a level that goes beyond logic, beyond explanation, and that is why their energy around you has started to change. Maybe you have noticed it, maybe there are moments where they seem distant, or unusually focused on you, or strangely silent, as if they are holding something back. And the truth is they are, not because they want to hide anything from you, but because they themselves are trying to make sense of what they are feeling. They are trying to understand why your name keeps appearing in their mind, why they feel an unexplainable urge to check on you, why they sense that something in your life is about to shift in a way that could either elevate you or completely disrupt everything you thought was stable. And this awareness is not comfortable, it is not easy to carry, because knowing that someone you care about is about to face a major turning point brings both hope and fear at the same time. Hope for what you could become, and fear of what you might have to go through to get there. And that is why their actions may seem confusing. To you, one moment they may be supportive and close, the next they may seem withdrawn or uncertain. But all of it is connected to this deeper knowing that they cannot fully express, because it is not something that can be explained with simple words. It is something that must be felt, something that must be experienced, and now you are beginning to feel it too, that growing tension inside you, that sense that something is building, something is approaching, something that will require you to make choices you have been avoiding, decisions you have been delaying, truths you have been trying not to face. And the closer this moment gets, the stronger these feelings will become, until you can no longer ignore them, until you are forced to confront the reality that your life is not meant to stay the way it is, that you are being pushed towards something greater, something that aligns with your true purpose, even if it means leaving behind what feels safe, what feels familiar, what feels comfortable. And this is where many people fail, this is where many people turn back, because the unknown is terrifying, the idea of change is overwhelming, and the thought of losing what you have known for so long can feel like too much to handle. But you must remember that holding on to what no longer serves you is a silent form of self-sabotage. It keeps you stuck, it keeps you limited. It keeps you from stepping into the life that is waiting for you. and the person close to you can see this. They can feel the conflict within you, they can sense the hesitation, the doubt, the fear that is trying to keep you where you are, and deep inside, they want you to break free from it, they want you to rise above it, they want you to embrace what is coming instead of running from it, because they know that on the other side of this transformation is a version of you that is stronger, wiser, more aligned with your true self. A version of you that will not only change your own life but will also impact the lives of those around you in ways you cannot yet imagine, and this is why their connection to you feels so intense, so different from anything else, because it is tied to your growth, your evolution, your destiny, and as this moment approaches, you will begin to notice signs becoming clearer, patterns repeating themselves, situations arising that seem too precise to be random, conversations that feel too meaningful to be accidental. And these are all pieces of the same puzzle, all pointing you toward the same realization that you are standing on the edge of a major shift, and the only thing left is for you to decide how you will respond to it, whether you will trust the process or resist it, whether you will listen to the signs or ignore them, whether you will step forward into the unknown or retreat back into what feels safe, and understand this clearly. The choice you make will shape everything that comes next. It will determine the direction of your path, the opportunities that open for you, the experiences that unfold, and even the people who remain in your life, because not everyone is meant to walk with you into this next phase. Some will fall away, some will fade out, some will no longer resonate with the person you are becoming, and while this may feel painful at first, it is necessary. It is part of the alignment process. It is part of clearing the way for what truly belongs in your life. And the person close to you senses this as well. They feel the possibility that your paths may change, that your connection may evolve, that things may not remain the same as they once were, and this brings a mixture of emotions within them, a desire to hold on and a recognition that change is inevitable, and so they stand at a distance, watching, feeling, waiting, hoping that when the moment comes, you will choose growth over fear, courage over comfort, truth over illusion. Because deep down they believe in you. They believe in what you are capable of. They believe that you have the strength to face what is coming and emerge stronger than ever before. And now the energy around you is intensifying, the signs are becoming louder, the pull is becoming stronger, and you can no longer pretend that everything is the same, because it is not. Something is shifting, something is awakening. Something is preparing to enter your life in a way that will demand your attention, your focus, your courage, and your willingness to change, and when that moment arrives, you must remember everything you are feeling right now. You must remember that you were not unaware, you were not unprepared, you were guided, you were warned, you were given the chance to see it coming. And the only thing that will matter is whether you are ready to step into it fully, without hesitation, without fear, without looking back at what you are leaving behind, because your future is not behind you, it is ahead of you, waiting for you to claim it, waiting for you to rise into it. My beloved child, this is the moment where everything comes together, not as a coincidence, not as a random sequence of events, but as a powerful culmination of everything you have felt, everything you have sensed, and everything you have been quietly preparing for even when you did not realize it. Because what is arriving in your life now is not something new, it is something that has been making its way toward you for a long time, moving through unseen paths, aligning circumstances, shifting energies, and positioning people exactly where they needed to be so that when this moment finally reached you, it would not miss you. And that close soul near you who has been feeling this from the very beginning now understands it more clearly than ever before. They may not have all the answers, they may not be able to explain every detail, but deep within them there is no doubt left. Something has changed, something has arrived, and something within you has awakened in response to it, and you can feel it too. In the way your thoughts have become sharper, in the way your emotions carry more depth, in the way certain things that once mattered so much to you now feel distant, almost meaningless compared to the pull you feel towards something greater, something more aligned with who you are becoming. And this is the final stage of your transition, the point where hesitation must end and action must begin, because standing still is no longer an option, pretending not to see is no longer possible, and ignoring what you feel inside will only create more resistance, more confusion, more delay. And understand this clearly: you are not being pushed into something that will harm you, you are being guided into something that will reveal your true strength, your true purpose, and your true path. Even if the process feels uncomfortable, even if the changes feel intense, even if the outcome is still unclear. Because clarity does not always come before the step, sometimes it comes after you choose to move forward after. You choose to trust what you feel over what you fear, and this is where your power lies, not in having all the answers but in having the courage to act without them. And the person close to you can see this now. They can feel that you are no longer the same. They can sense that something within you has shifted permanently, and whether they stay close to you or their path slowly begins to move in a different direction, their role in this moment has already been fulfilled, because they were meant to awaken something within you. They were meant to reflect the truth you could no longer ignore. They were meant to be a part of this transformation, even if only for a chapter of your journey. And now, as everything settles into place, you will begin to see the results of the choices you make, not all at once, but in ways that confirm that you are on the right path. Small signs turning into bigger confirmations, moments of doubt being replaced by moments of clarity, opportunities appearing where there was once uncertainty, and a sense of direction forming where there was once confusion. And this is how you will know that you did not imagine any of this, that what you felt was real, that what you sensed was true, and that what was coming has now become your reality. And in this final realization, you will no longer question why things happened the way they did. You will no longer look back with confusion or regret, because you will understand that every delay, every challenge, every connection, every moment of uncertainty was leading you here to this exact point where you are no longer waiting for something to happen. You have become the one who steps into it. And this is your power, this is your awakening, this is your moment to rise fully, without fear, without hesitation, without looking back. Because what is ahead of you now is not something to be afraid of, it is something that was always meant for you, something that carries the potential to change your life in ways you once only imagined. And now that it is here, the only thing left for you to do is to accept it, to step into it, and to become everything you were always meant to be.